everyone, it is almost Christmas time, so let's do a sweet little Christmas video. So here I am in my lounge room today, about to do a video for everybody. So I hope you're all having an amazing Christmas, or the lead up to Christmas anyway. So let's have a quick chat about the year, and we'll start to talk about exactly how everything's gone through the year and how I have progressed, and hopefully how I've helped all of your little businesses grow a little bit. So anyway, let's get started on our video. You've seen the intro, let's get into the rest of the video, and this is all going to be a little bit about Christmas, but more about things that we've learned on this channel, things that we've talked about, what we're going to talk about in 2022, and some exciting things that my little business has up my sleeve. And also it's going to be a little bit of an inspirational video on what you guys can do in 2022 to really ramp up, your business and get them off the floor, because lots of you tell me all the time that you're stressed, you've tried, it's not working, and believe me, I totally understand it. I 100% have been there. I honestly have been there. I do totally get it, and business takes a really long time. So anyway, like I said, let's have our coffee together and get into the mood of a Christmas type of video, but also of course a business video all about soap making, candle making, and how you can make this into a successful business with lots and lots of work, a mountain of time, but more importantly a little bit of passion, because you definitely need that to get into this business. So anyway, I'm going to put my coffee down after I have a little coffee, and then we will get into the rest of this video. Now that I've put my coffee down, let's have a bit of a talk. Below here, I do have some notes that I'm going to talk about, of course. Now, in 2021, as lots of you know, that's when I actually started this baby channel. So I started it, I think I started in January, then I didn't do anything. Then I came back in February, didn't really do much, decided to come back around Easter time. And then that's when we started really going along. And look, lots of people see me on here and say, I've got a YouTube channel, it's not doing really well. The thing that I'm going to say to you on here, I really believe the reason mine has done really well is I do really care, I do answer everyone back, and I really wanted to create a community that is totally free so that all of you can get recipes and so on. So the way you do your channel can definitely be the way that you attract or not attract customers as well, because look, let's be honest, people don't want to just watch a video where you're just making something. They usually want to see, a recipe or how you're going to bring them value. So if you're going to do YouTube in 2022, I definitely suggest that you really sit down with some paper, which is what I did. Have a think about what you're going to bring to the party, and most importantly, what value you're going to bring to a watcher, because all of you are taking time out of your day and your life to watch me. So there has to be something for you in it, as well as us being great friends, and as we say in Australia, great mates, because great mates is what life is all about, isn't it? We have family, but we also need community, friends, and some inspiration. So like I said, if you're starting a YouTube channel, that's something I wanted to talk about, that you need to have a bit of a plan in the background of how you're going to do it. So now let's talk about the things that we've talked about in 2021. So in 2021, we've talked about bath bombs, candles, labels, how to make soap whip, how to make body butter, how to also make diffusers, and how to actually mix all of that, your lip balms, massage bars, like I said, different sorts of soaps, how we use soap with clays, going from certified palm soap, then going to palm free soap. So there's been so many recipes that I put on here. I think over 100 videos, if I'm right, up to now. I'm not counting, but I think there's definitely more than that. So I hope all these videos have truly helped you. And now I just wanted to talk about this because I've had somebody recently say this to me through YouTube. So I put a little disclaimer. I put all of these videos so that you guys can try them, see how they work, and then of course test it yourself, and then you can sell it or give it away, whatever you like. But the one thing I must say on here is, these recipes I've made myself. I am not a chemist. I'm not saying they're perfect at all. So do test them before giving them away. And I am not responsible if you give it away or you change the recipe and it doesn't work. And do remember too that these recipes are working in my environment in Australia, not in another country or in another part of Australia. So that's something that I wanted to say, that I give these away freely just for you to have a go and give you a starting point of where to start, because I have had other people say, well, they're not working and they're disappointed with some recipe. But as I said, I never promise for everything to work 100%. I do not promise that. The recipes I give you are 100% the recipe I use myself. I do not change it for myself or change any ingredients. What I'm giving you is exactly what I'm giving you. So I just wanted to add that bit on here. And in 2022, because lots of things that have been said to me, I will actually have to put a disclaimer on every single video that I do, just as I said then, to say that, I'm not perfect. I'm not promising that I'm a chemist or anything like that. I'm just making these for my business, and I hope that sharing my recipe really helps all of you start your business, get it off the ground, and give you a bit of a running, jumping leap so that you can start in the business world. So anyway, I wanted to talk about that. And like I said, all of these things, all these different recipes I've given everyone, and I really hope they work. I know lots of you have messaged me to say that you are using my recipes for bath bombs, for soaps, for massage bars, and so on. And I'm really excited that you guys feel that they are good enough to use, and I really hope that it can help you be successful as well as me, because as lots of you know, I started on this channel as a baby YouTuber, with no subscribers at all, except for 1 or 2. I think my husband might have been one of the first ones, but then I started to lots of you from, I can't mention you all because there's just so many of you, but people like Leanne, Carol, you know who you are. There's Kim, who followed me from the start, Mark and Trish, who are absolutely amazing. And I know I'm going to miss someone. Amy is another girl that always comments. Marie, you're gorgeous. You always give me the most beautiful comments. And there is thousands of you. So I can't mention all of you, and I'm sorry, because you really are all in my heart. And I just wanted to say, I really do appreciate and thank you for, of course, subscribing to my channel, watching my channel, and really interacting and loving what I do, because I do so appreciate all of you. And now this is what I wanted to talk about too. I wanted to talk about success, because success is different to every one of us. Now it is. Sometimes, you might be, you just want to earn a wage out of it. Some people might be, I just want to do a hobby and I want it to pay for the products that I'm making, and so on. Depending on where you are in your business, the money that you have to put into your business and so on will depend on where you want to go with it. So I'd say in 2022, if you really want to, make a plan, start to make a plan of how you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, and so on. Are you going to go to markets, for instance? Craft markets in Australia is what we call it, but in the US, I think you call it something else, I just can't remember. And the UK, you may call it something else again, but that gets you out in the community, it gets your products being seen, and so on. And without that, honestly, I would never have had the customers that I have today. So that is something that I really wanted to talk about. So number one, you can start with your markets. Number two, you can even open a booth at your local shopping centre. There's plenty of spaces around in COVID at the moment, especially in Australia. So have a look at that and think whether that's something that you want to do, or whether you want to open up a Shopify account or, a website, whether you want to do that, a shop. whether you want to have a warehouse, whether you want to work from home, there's so many avenues that you can go to doing this. Do you want to do videos? Do you want to do Instagram videos? Do you want to do Instagram Reels? Do you want to do Facebook? How do you want to go with your business? The one thing that I'm going to tell you, my best advice is please do not pay for social media. When people say promote it now on your Instagram, do not pay for that. If you have a look, most of those people don't even have followers anyway. It's just a way of getting money from you. And honestly, anyone that I've ever paid for anything like that has never worked. I've never paid for those kind of things, but I have paid for SEO companies and so on. And yes, if you have $50,000 a month, you can do really well with it. But if you just have a couple $100, honestly, you're never going to get in front of everyone else. So that is something I'd say, don't spend your money on that. But, you know, hard work of posting on social media every day. You need to do TikTok. You need to do Instagram. They're the two 100% I say you must do. I don't think Facebook's a big thing for me. It's not, because I really think the newer thing for businesses is definitely Instagram. A lot of people go on there, and I really don't get any sales from Facebook, but I get them from Instagram and TikTok, and of course on YouTube as well. And the thing is, once people start to find your website, then of course they come to your website and buy it. Now I'm going to talk to you about something that I've kind of talked a couple times, but this is really important, you know, when you're talking about your business, and it's talking about, you know, where you want to promote yourself, for instance. And this is free promoting as well, because remember, social media is free promotion. Now, you know, you've got to think of where am I going to spend all my time? So if you're new to social media, choose one to start with and then keep going on that one. So you might want to start with Instagram. Don't worry if you have no followers. I started with 0 followers on everything. So I know it looks like I have hundreds on this and thousands on that. I do now, but at the start I didn't. I was like everyone else. I didn't have anything. So that's the one thing I wanted to say. Just start little, just post each day. Doesn't have to be big. You can just say, this is my new candle going forward. This is what we're doing, and so on. So get started. You must just get started. Be proactive, and honestly, you need to do this every day. If you don't do it every day, at least every second day, because you want people to see you. Another thing you could do is something like Etsy or eBay or something like that. But the one thing that I have actually done that I was talking about before, and I kind of got off track again, is, you know, you can actually start with some of these companies, but the problem is it's not driving people to your website. So like, for instance, my daughter's on Etsy, and I've talked about her a few times, and her company's Honey Blue You. But the problem is she is on there, so people just got used to buying from there. So she's not getting them, driving them to her site. They just literally going there. So that's the problem. Once they get used to a platform, they just go to look for you on there, no matter what you do. So you really need to try and drive them. And that's why I don't have, you know, where somebody can buy my products on Facebook or Instagram. I don't really do that. I don't want to do that, because I want to drive people back to my site. And my site shows now that there's thousands of people that have hit my site since I've had it, which is only 6 or 8 months or something. So because I only changed my Shopify, you know, maybe 6 months ago or something like that. And as most of you know, I love Shopify. Once you get using it, yes, it is a cost, but you can link into Facebook and Instagram, and once you basically add a new product, it will share it to those accounts once you've set all that up. So that's actually a thing that can really help you, and it can literally do it so you don't even need to stress as much on doing it. So that's something that I want to talk about. Now, I wanted to talk about evolving too. A company, how you get your little business to evolve, because I think that is really important. Now, I'm going to show you something that I've actually got here. So down here, this is my original Bubsy candle that I started with. When I really first started, I started with this. Now, I mean, look, the label isn't that exciting, is it? And, you know, inside it's just plain. But, you know, it was a great starting point. It really taught me a lot. And I've changed my labels probably 10 times since I started in 3 years. So that's what I wanted to say. You know, you can go from that and then look at this, which is my 2022 new one. So this is my new candle label, and this is what it looks like inside. So this is what I'm going to say. You know, you can start from that and you can lead up to that, and I'm sure in time maybe I'll find another idea or something, but this is what I wanted to talk about, how you evolve your business, you evolve your products, you get better all the time. So even at the start of my YouTube, you'll see that I'm really nervous and I just really don't know what I'm talking about. I kind of ramble a bit at the start, but that's because I didn't know and I was a bit nervous. But once you get going, you just learn where you are in the market, and you know, you're really happy with how you've come across and you know how you're doing things. So that's what I wanted to say. Don't feel embarrassed, don't feel shy, just realize, okay, I'm a newbie at that, but I'll get better. And it's the same as me, my recipes get better all the time. So if any of you are looking at my bath bomb recipes, go to the newer ones, not the older ones, because then you will learn more. And as I said, I get better and better as I go along, just like we all do in anything that we do. So that's something that I wanted to talk about with business, and also make your company a bit unique. So, you know, there's no good just doing a white candle like everyone else. You might be able to do a white candle, but make sure your label sort of pops out a bit if that's what you're going to do. Or, you know, maybe you want to use a different kind of jar, not a standard clear jar or a frosted jar. And, you know, everybody knows me for my white jars. These are actually, now that we're talking about that, these are going to be my baby ones. So I have one that's 400 grams, and then this one's 220 grams. And then I have my smaller tins that are 90 grams. So I'm allowing people to see all of these different ones. And this year, what I decided to do, rather than just have lots of products, I decided to link my products together. So for instance, Blooming Rose is one of my biggest selling products, and it's a mixture of several roses and gardenia and so on that I make, and I don't give out that particular fragrance if anyone's asking, because it's my only special one that I don't give out. So I do, like I said, the 400 gram one, then I do this in the 220, then I do the 90 gram, then I also have a diffuser, I also have a soap, and I also have a bath bomb. So there's a whole selection of that. So if someone doesn't want a candle but they really want that scent, then they can buy a bath bomb or so on. So that's something that you know, you can definitely do. Try and like make teams or groups of a particular fragrance that you've made for yourself, or it might be even something else. Like I've got these fun little earrings that I'm bringing in as well, and they're kind of like a little puppy in a bath, and it goes with the whole scene, and it's really, really cute. So, you know, they're kind of things that you can do, you can grow from. And as I said in one video, my husband is also making some bath bomb holders. So then, you know, if we sell them, which we probably will, but then that'll be something on my side as well. So always evolve and think about it. And you know, when I started, I never would have thought we'd be making a bath bomb mold. I never would have thought I'm making these in 5 different things. So just start small with 5 or 6 different fragrances at the start, and just slowly grow and make sure you know, you're growing your business the way you want to. Don't worry what anyone else is doing. Don't worry if anyone else, you know, sends you a horrible message or something like that, because part of social media is unfortunately you're going to get people that will troll you. I try not to even worry about that anymore, and it's just water off a duck's back. I just delete the comment and keep going. Do not worry about them, because usually people feel a little threatened, and that's why they lash out or say something, or they're just being stupid. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Just think of yourself, think of your race, and you can definitely do this. Make 2022 your year. I really do hope, and my fingers are crossed, I hope that I have inspired some of you to realize that you can be a little person like me. I'm just a little person that owns a 3-bedroom home in the outer suburbs in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. And you know, like I said, we have made our business into something that was earning nothing to something that was taking close to $6,000 in November. So, you know, I'm not going to say everyone's going to do that. Next year I might do less or more, but it's good to sort of show that you can go from earning even $10 a month to earning thousands a month. You just don't know where it will take you. So anyway, I hope this video has been a little bit inspiring, because I wanted to talk about that. And now let's talk about some products that I'm going to bring in 2022. So I'm going to bring in several jars, different jars. Oh, well, they'll be the same kind of jars, but smaller sizes and bigger sizes. We'll have some diffusers that we'll bring in, some new lip balms that we're working on, some new bath bombs. We'll have some rainbow clouds and so on, but not all of them will be available through wholesale. A lot of them will only be retail. We won't be selling our bigger candles or anything through wholesale at this stage. We may bring it in, but at this stage we're definitely not going to be doing that. But the things that are on wholesale, you'll see them, and hopefully if that's what you want to look at, or you need those, then just let me know. But anyway, like I said, I hope this has been super duper inspiring, and there's a few new products, like I said, that I'm thinking of, and we've all got to think of new things. You know, new year, think of something new, how you're going to make it work, and so on. I'll put that candle down because I'm holding it in the air, aren't I? But yeah, so like I said, just don't worry what anyone else says. Just run your own race and just try and do it well. But in leaving, I have to say, have a Merry Christmas and an amazing, amazing time with your family. If you don't celebrate Christmas, just have a really nice meal with your family or friends, or your roommates. It doesn't matter. Even your friends down at your local club, if that's where you go and enjoy a little bit of free time. Go for a walk, feel the fresh air, and realize how beautiful the world is if we just enjoy it a little bit more each day. And you guys will see me back. I am actually going to take 4 or 5 days off, but you will actually see my new video. So I will have one that will come out on, I think, around Christmas, which will be my Sunday chat. Obviously we won't do that live because we're all having Christmas drinks, but then I will be back the week or so after that, maybe in the new year. It won't be the 1st, it will be the Sunday after the 1st. So, but you will see videos that I've got collected, and I'm still making them behind the scenes, so you'll still see them come up, and everybody will have an amazing Christmas, I'm sure. And make sure you join me in our conference in 2022, which will be March. It will be our very first soap and candle conference. You can buy your ticket online. If you want to just, you can be online from any country in the world. So just jump over there and have a look, or you can also come along, but tickets do need to be purchased before March. So do make sure you do those. I think we have less than 25 available now for physical tickets. So grab them, and we will see you on the day in March. And it'll be so, so exciting. It'll be a beautiful dressed up event where we can all feel gorgeous at the end of the day. But anyway, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the new year. Bye everyone.